Perched alone on the top of this hill stands an abandoned $2 million mansion that hasn't been lived in for years. No tire tracks, no upkeep, just silence and overgrowth. It's as if time simply stopped. And the strangest part, no one really knows who owned it or why they left. From the outside, it still looks like a dream home, but inside, it's a different story entirely. Let's step into this abandoned hilltop mansion and see what's been left behind. Let's explore. Getting here wasn't easy. This place isn't marked on maps, and from the road below, you'd never know it existed. The path leading up feels less like a driveway and more like something nature's been trying to erase. And the closer you get, the quieter everything becomes. Just the wind in the trees and a stillness that feels too perfect to be accidental. Alright guys, let's jump in and start exploring this abandoned mansion. We're going to start in the living room, and the living room is the most expansive and probably going to be the most impressive part of this whole mansion, I'm going to assume, even after just seeing the first floor. And to our great surprise, there is power. This little water feature is really cool. It expands all the way over there to the staircase, and it would have been filled with aquatic life at one point. So you can only imagine what this would have used to look like. I have a question for each and every single one of you guys. Have you ever seen a piano, abandoned or non-abandoned, being held up by a stack of books? I have not. This is a total first for me. Alright, let's head up these stairs and go check out what's going on in the middle of the room here. Looks like there's pretty much just a whole bunch of junk, but by junk I mean really nice chandeliers and backboards and tables, all sorts of things. Following up with my question about the piano, have you guys ever seen a jacuzzi just abandoned in the middle of a room before? Because I haven't seen that either. Alright, so we're finally going to step out of the family room and go into the dining room, which right off the bat has this absolutely gorgeous chandelier with fully working power. This is incredible. And if I just bring the camera down to show you guys the curtains covering the windows here, I mean, this is just incredible. Alright, we're going to head out of this room and go on into what I believe is the second dining room. The chandelier in here is just as nice as the chandelier in the other room, but no power in this one. All the switches are on over there, and nothing is working, so this room unfortunately does not have power, and it would have looked incredible in here with that. We're going to go pop into the kitchen next and see what the situation is in here. Looks like the lights are pretty much all working again. I found this little nook next to the kitchen, which I think served as a little dining room. It's absolutely adorable, and it has this light fixture, which totally has my attention. Alright guys, we're going to break the urbex rule that says don't open abandoned fridges. But this actually may be the nicest abandoned fridge I've ever seen. It's not exactly super abandoned, only semi-abandoned. We're gonna go check out the garage next. This light is not having the best of days. This honestly looks more like active storage than anything else. All this equipment is brand new, including these lawnmowers. And there's all this wood and other construction supplies in here. Alright, so we're all done with this main floor. Let's go head on up and see what's on the second level of this awesome abandoned mansion. Look at all these fake plants. This chimney feature is so massive. It's literally over 3 stories tall. What a smart decision to remove the railing from both sides. Alright, so we're going to step off the indoor balcony and into our first real bedroom. This room also has power and the windows are boarded, so there's not too much to look at. But the room is blue. That's something to point out. This wooden door is awesome. And we have a bathroom. And it looks like the power is going to be on up here as well. Alright, so there's a whole nother section to the upstairs which I almost completely missed. And there's not too much to show in here, like some of the other rooms. Pretty much completely destroyed. Look at those light fixtures. Why won't you turn on? Guys, I got really excited because I found this trap door and I thought it was going to go somewhere interesting, but it actually doesn't. Alright guys, before we go check out the basement, I realized I missed a room on the main floor. There's this bedroom here. I'm assuming it's a bedroom. It's got a master bath connected to it and has a fireplace, but it also could have just been a living room with an extension maybe. There's no real way to tell. Let's go take a look at the connected bathroom. Based off first glance, I think this was the master bathroom. The lighting in here is beautiful. And look at that sink fixture. That cabinetry is beautiful. Back in the living room now, and we're gonna go head down this spiral staircase. Looks like it might lead somewhere cool, or just the basement. Artwork. Alright guys, even though there's power down here, I'm still gonna use my flashlight to try to light the space up. Right in front of me, it's actually massive, is this barrel. And this was a sauna. Let's step inside of it. You can see the light fixture is even fancy. An old moldy towel. But yeah, this would have been the sauna. Looks like just a little bathroom here. That toilet is gross. And the light works. And potentially the most interesting part of it all is this tiling, which is covered in mold. At first, I thought this was part of the design, but no. This is all black mold, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like an empty room. This probably was a game room or something. There's probably pool tables down here, maybe air hockey. Alright, so besides that door right there, which just goes to a whole bunch of electrical panels and boilers, there's one more room here on our left, which I want to check out. And it looks like this was the laundry room slash storage room. Lights obviously on in here. Fridge nice and tipped over. And then nice, decaying, gross washer and dryer. Beautiful. So the very last part of this mansion, which we're yet to check out, is this stairwell, which goes up, 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 and up. It's funny that there's a sink here. It's almost like it's a little bar area. But let's go ahead and head up the spiral staircase. Guys, you know what time it is. It's chair time. This is the official Luke Explorers chair of the episode. This chair stands out amongst all the others. Just kidding. This is actually a dining room table, but because it's isolated right next to the piano, this is going to be the chair. I was hoping for a more luxurious chair, but we didn't get it. We're going to have to settle, is what it is. This is the chair of the episode.